Welcome to The Explainer. You know that feeling? The one where you just know you've got all this potential inside you, but something's holding you back? Well, today we're going to dig into a really powerful sermon from Bishop David Oyedepo that says there's one single key to unlocking it all. And that key? It's self-discipline. All right, so let's kick things off with this really powerful image from Ecclesiastes. Think about this for a second. Servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth. Whoa. The source we're looking at uses this to paint this picture of a world that's just completely upside down. It's a metaphor for a life where your potential is just going to waste because there's a total lack of order. Now, the source material, it doesn't pull any punches here. This kind of disorder, this princess walking situation, it's not just, an unfortunate thing. It's actually described as an evil. It's what happens when these fundamental principles, or as the sermon calls them, covenants, get broken. It's basically a giant red flag that your life is way, way out of alignment. Okay, so if this whole disorder thing is the problem, what's the fix? How do we set it right? The source asks this exact question, and it points us to the one single thing that can restore order, the one thing that can put those princes back on their horses where they belong. And you guessed it, that thing is discipline. So let's really get into it. What is self-discipline anyway? We all kind of have an idea, but the source gives us three really distinct, really powerful definitions. And here's a little spoiler for you. It's so much more than just having willpower. We're talking about a complete overhaul of how you operate day to day. All right, definition number one. It's all about setting order over your life. Simple, right? It means being where you're supposed to be, when you're supposed to be there, doing what you're supposed to be doing. And the key part, doing it all without someone breathing down your neck. It's about becoming your own boss, your own supervisor. Okay, let's go a layer deeper. This next one is huge. It's about being a law to yourself. Think about that. It's not just about, following a schedule. You set the rules. You create the boundaries to get you to your goal. Life stops just happening to you. Instead of just drifting, you grab the wheel and you start steering the ship. And this third one, man, this one really gets to the heart of it. It's about operating as demanded, not as is convenient. It's that classic idea of delayed gratification, right? Choosing the hard thing now over the easy thing. Because as the source says, what you're willing to endure today is exactly what's going to determine what you get to enjoy tomorrow. Now, to really hammer home why all this discipline stuff is so critical, the sermon uses this incredible analogy. It's about the journey from being a child to becoming a son. And just to be clear, this has nothing to do with age or gender. It's all about a mindset. It's about maturity and taking on real responsibility. Just look at this breakdown. It's so clear, right? The child, they cry about problems, but the son commands solutions. A child gets treated like a servant, can't really take charge, but a son, the government is on his shoulder. That means he has authority. It is the absolute difference between letting circumstances happen to you and taking command of them. And that's really the bottom line here. If you want to achieve that kind of outstanding, pace-setting success, you've got to make that leap from child to son. You have to. It means trading in those childish reactions for mature responsibility. It's not optional. It's a non-negotiable step to getting the life you're actually meant to live. Okay, so we've defined discipline, and we know why it's so important for growing up and taking charge. But let's talk about the hard part. What's the price? What does it actually cost to live this kind of amazing, successful life? And the source couldn't be clear on this. It's right there. Outstanding success is at the cost of an outstanding price. There are no shortcuts, no hacks. There is absolutely no free lunch in life. An exceptional life requires an exceptional price. You just can't have one without the other. So what does that price look like in real life? Well, here are a few things. It means you're going to have to make choices that other people just won't make. It means being a player on the field, not just a commentator sitting in the stands critiquing everyone else. It means tuning out distractions. The source gives a personal example of turning off the television to stay focused. You have to value your time above pretty much everything else. It really comes down to efficient, almost ruthless self-management. I love this analogy. It just sums it all up, doesn't it? You can't make an omelet without breaking eggs. It's so true. If you want to create something new and valuable in your life, you have to be willing to break some stuff. Your old habits, your old comforts, your comfortable old routines, they've got to go. All right, let's bring this all home now. We've talked about the problem, that upside-down world, we've talked about the solution, discipline, we talked about the price. And after all that, it really just boils down to one simple thing. It's your life, and it's your choice. This right here might be the most important takeaway of all. Everybody is absolutely responsible for the outcome of their life. That's a heavy thought, but it's also incredibly empowering, isn't it? The power and, yeah, the responsibility, it rests completely on your shoulders. It doesn't matter where you came from. What matters is the responsibility you are willing to take on right now. So that brings us to this really deep, thought-provoking question from the source. Can you see a future in your future? I mean, really think about that. Do you have a clear vision for where you're going? Because you can't get to a destination you can't even see. Your vision is the blueprint, and your discipline, that's the crew that's going to build it. And we're going to leave it with this final, powerful, and honestly inescapable truth. No one's destiny will ever blossom beyond his level of discipline. Wow, your discipline literally sets the ceiling on your potential. It's the ultimate limiter, or the ultimate key. And as we've seen all the way through this, the choice is 100% yours.